So Modern Warfare has endured a pretty rough start, wouldn't you say? Well, currently setting out a review score, user score on Metacritic of 3.1, I believe, or 3.2. It's bad, whatever it is. Modern Warfare has been, praised for its story campaign, and it should be. The story campaign is very good. However, the multiplayer is one of the worst Call of Duty multiplayer experiences I've ever played, and for a lot of people, they're the same. And I'd actually go as far to say it's probably one of the worst first-person multiplayer experiences I've ever played, ever. And I think a lot of people will agree with me with that. And now we're hearing that Battle Royale is going to be coming to the game. And there should be no surprise there. I think we all knew Battle Royale was going to be coming at some point. But the question is, will this save Modern Warfare? So first off, I think it's worth looking at the leak of this information about Battle Royale. Now this is actually leaked on Reddit, but I'm taking this information from Dexerto. Probably said that wrong. And we're just going to go over some of the stuff here and talk about the Battle Royale itself, what's been leaked, and then answer the question, essentially. So first off, this was actually all posted to Reddit. First off, it suggests, or the information suggests, that this is going to be 200 players for this Battle Royale, which is staggering when you consider that Blackout was 100, Fortnite is 100. This is double that, which means the map itself is going to be absolutely humongous. Okay, so 200 players, and then they've listed the zones here. We've got airfield, boneyard, dam, downtown, gulag, hospital, layover, lumber, overgrown port, quarry, storage town, supercenter, train yard, and TV station. I'm not going to post any of the images on this particular video just for copyright reasons, possibly, so we're going to leave that there. And then we're going to go over the mode Battle Royale. We'll go over some of the stuff here that's been noted. So firstly, 200 player count. Playlists of solo, duos, and squads, so 1, 2s, and 4s. We've got a max health of 150. Last stand health of 100. Last stand revive health 30. Last stand timer 60 seconds. Last stand revive time 7 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. And then moving on to respawn, it says respawn tokens can be looted after one use. Respawn tokens are disabled for the player. To respawn a teammate, obtain a respawn token, drop their body near an ambulance. Once dropped at the ambulance, the player will enter the gulag queue for a chance to win a 1v1 and respawn into the match. At some point during the match, the gulag will be closed and no longer be usable, thus preventing respawns. Well, that's a very different respawn that I've never heard of. Once a player has respawned, they must locate and activate a mobile armory to retrieve their loot. So very odd, but very cool. This is a different take on the traditional Modern Warfare, the traditional Modern Warfare game, traditional Battle Royale genre, and that's good because we needed something a little bit different. Everyone has their own ways of dealing with it. Well, that's definitely something new. In respect of the loot system, we've got white, green, blue, purple, gold rarity system, apparently. We've got requisition air dot timers 30 seconds, all weapons, attachments, equipment, field upgrades, and kill streaks from multiplayer. So it does look as though we might be getting kill streaks in Battle Royale, which is a far cry from any other Battle Royale, and that is going to be, I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Imagine someone having a VTOL up. I mean, this game is already campy as it is, and I assume Battle Royale is going to be pretty campy. Having a VTOL up, no one's going to move, ever, essentially. We've got field upgrades, so again, that could be pretty strong. And then we got cannot hold two of the same weapon, cannot take armor of low level than currently equipped. So we know armor's coming, and we're going to get into that. There's a bit more about that. Attachments which are incompatible with the current weapon we place in the backpack. Supply crates contain potentially valuable equipment or items. And then we got the armor. So we got helmet level 1, reduces headshot damage by 30, reduces the effect of flash and concussion grenades. We got ballistic vest level 1, absorbs 50 damage. Ballistic vest level 2 absorbs 150 damage. Ballistic vest level 3 absorbs 150 damage and increases healing item usage by 25. And I think it's important that they had armor because, the time to get in this game is absolutely crazy. You shoot someone in the toe with a couple of bullets and they're dead. If you shoot someone in the head, they're dead pretty much straight away. So having armor in this game, something like a helmet and, like a ballistic vest, is going to be really important because one of the main reasons, one of the contributing factors to the campiness of this game is that you die unbelievably quick. So no one wants to rush out because not only are they going to be shot by, either someone pre-aiming from 500 yards away because they heard you, or someone, sitting in 9,000 different doors and windows. It's also that when you get shot, you're almost dead straight away. So So yeah, looking on to perks, there's a load here. We got High Alert, Spotter, Tracker, Stalker, Marksman, Sleight of Hand, Armourer, Artisan Taste, Deep Pockets, Grenadier, Healer, Thief, Ammo Scavenger, Armor Scavenger, Medic Scavenger, Plunder Scavenger. There's a lot here, guys. I'm going to leave it all down in the comments, in the description below. You guys can go check it out for yourself. Kill streaks, activated using lethal and tactical buttons. Juggernauts cannot pick up loot. We got Miscellaneous, Mobile Armory, Retrieve, Loadouts can only be used once per activation. Plunder. Earn plunder by completing missions and eliminating enemies. Purchase game-changing items at plunder box locations. So that's going to be like, yeah, you're in the game, you're doing all this stuff, you get plunder, and then you can go and find like a box and get some of that's going to give you a huge advantage within that. I assume within the Battle Royale itself. Collect plunder and convert it into XP by depositing into ATM machines located throughout the game. The player who collects the most plunder in a match will be named the best plunderer. There is a minimum amount of plunder required before depositing into the bank. Plunder dropped from eliminated enemies. Whenever I keep looking at plunder, I'm thinking of like a plunger, and it's just throwing me off. When players enter a bank, the bank alarm will sound, alerting all enemies within the vicinity. Okay, and then we got the Gulag Prison Camp, one-on-one single round match, win to respawn. This is cool. I've got to admit, this Gulag system I like that. When enabled, players will have a chance to respawn back into the match by winning a 1v1 fight. The Gulag acts as the King of the Hill style gauntlet, meaning players in the Gulag queue will spectate players who currently fight in the Gulag. A jailbreak happens every so often and kicks all players out the Gulag and back into the match. This is cool. This is something very different, and this is cool. But let's get back to the topic of this video. So is this, all of this stuff, is it going to save Call of Duty? Is Battle Royale going to save Call of Duty and Modern Warfare, ultimately? And the reason why I put this question is because I think Modern Warfare is in such a horrible place right now in respect to multiplayer. You know, if you've played the campaign, or pretty much everyone has, it's a very short campaign. Very good, but very short campaign. So most people who play Call of Duty generally play it for multiplayer. I would say like at least 80-90% play it for multiplayer. And that's why the user reviews are so low. It's because it's just such a bad experience. So is Battle Royale going to fix that? No, it's not going to fix that, obviously. I think the actual game itself, I think Modern Warfare is very, in its current state, is very suited for Battle Royale, but not in a good way. If you go back to Black Ops 4, right? So the actual multiplayer itself, whilst, you know, there was cheese and you had the whole microtransaction stuff and whatever, if you forget about all that stuff, the actual core multiplayer experience, for me at least, it was fun, right? Yeah, it was cheesy and it was a bit of a mess sometimes, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun playing that multiplayer. Now, Modern Warfare is more my cup of tea in respect of how it looks, how it plays, how it feels. It's sort of that old school Call of Duty sort of vibe to it. But the way multiplayer is currently just sucks. I mean, we've had 2 updates now. The 725 is still unbelievably powerful, even at range. The footsteps are still unbelievably loud. Like, seriously, so very loud. They nerfed the Claymore, which was good, because I think the Claymore at the moment, it feels like it's in a good place. But in doing so, they forgot about the proximity mine, which I think everyone knew that. I think everyone was, you know, moaning about the Claymore, but in the back of them, I certainly knew this. In the back of my mind, I was going, well, once they nerf that, I'm just going to move on to the proximity mine. And the proximity mine is unbelievably strong, because at least from what I've been able to tell, I mean, I run EOD on a lot of my builds. It feels like it just bypasses EOD and just destroys you. And this is something that's meant to be used against tanks. It's being used against people. You're walking into rooms and there's just they're just everywhere. And I don't like the fact that you can restock them as well. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I like the fact you can restock them because they're good against tanks, although tanks are going to be getting a nerf soon. But I don't think they should be very good against players. Even if that breaks the realism a little bit, I don't care. It's a Call of Duty game, you know? We just want to have fun. And at the moment, the multiplayer experience is still not fun at all. Sorry about that, guys. Just my phone going off. But basically, my problem with multiplayer and the problem with me at the moment is that this game's gone through 2 iterations, 2 big updates at the moment, and I still feel as though the game is in the same place it was when we started. Just not as bad. It's still bad. I still come on every day and play it, you know, 4 or 5 games. I get annoyed, turn it off, come on the next day, 24 hours later, hoping it's not as bad as it was the day before, and then the cycle continues, and it's been continuing since launch. But I've talked about this, I don't know if I've talked about this before. I actually made a video talking about this stuff before, but I never actually published it. But I think for me, the maps are just absolutely horrible, and they just cater to the, you know, the camping experience. Now, we've got a multiplayer which is just a campus fest, right? And then we're going to be going into Battle Royale, which is slower, generally, which is going to probably be even more of a camp fest, especially when you take into consideration kill streaks, okay? If someone's got a kill streak up, no one's going to move, because they don't want to go outside and get killed by VTOL, right? So people are just going to sit in rooms, because that's the most effective way to get kills. And don't get me wrong, Battle Royale is going to force you out of rooms, because that's how it is, and we got the ring and whatever. But it's still going to be a camp fest. It's going to be more of a camp fest than multiplayer is, and that is saying something, because multiplayer is the most campy experience I've ever been a part of. And I actually go back to Black Ops 4, and I wish I wish they could just take like the footsteps and, you know, even the maps. I'm not saying something, even the maps were so much better than this game. So Battle Royale is not going to save Modern Warfare, right? Battle Royale might be a very good addition to the game, and actually the multiplayer plays like a Battle Royale game would. So I think Battle Royale would be perfect here, but it's not going to save the multiplayer experience. It's not going to save the game. So the developers really need to focus on multiplayer, and just, you know, the Battle Royale's been made, right, and it's already there and it's waiting to go, okay? But they need to focus on multiplayer, and they are. You know, they've had 2 updates, but what's it achieved? In my opinion, it's not really changed a whole lot. Instead of having claymores, we've got proximity mines. The footsteps are still unbelievably loud. The maps are literally the worst maps of all time. Piccadilly is the worst map ever created. All of the maps generally are really bad. The spawns in Shoot House or Kill House, whatever it's called, are just awful. And that was actually more of a traditional Call of Duty map. But when we got the 725, which is just still unbelievably strong, and the very, very, very low time to kill as well, which doesn't help too much, even that map, the spawns, it's just horrible. Okay, so no, Battle Royale's not going to save Modern Warfare. However, I've got high hopes for this game, because it could be one of the best Call of Duty multiplayer, you know, players there ever has been. But it's failing. It is failing. How long has the game been out? 5 weeks? Was it October 10th? Somewhere around that, wasn't it? It's failing. It's 5 weeks old, and they haven't fixed the core issues of the game. So let's hope Battle Royale does a good job. And if they fix multiplayer, then this game will be top tree. I guarantee this. If they fix multiplayer and they listen to what the community want, then this will be one of the best Call of Duties ever made. Ever made. Because the campaign was probably the best campaign of all Call of Duties, in my opinion. And the multiplayer has the potential to be the best. So if they fix it, it's probably going to be the best Call of Duty ever made. So fix it, and then put Battle Royale in, and we're good to go. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you've got any comments, just leave it down below. Really would appreciate it. I might actually cover Call of Duty more often, because I'm playing a lot of Call of Duty right now. I enjoy playing it. I've got gameplay of it. If you guys want to see sort of gameplay stuff or talking about new stuff, then let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to do that. Until the next one, guys. Peace.